So here we are, week 5. Saints and Eagles. This is the Eagles home game. You get the special edition, the special live. Of course, you could still be watching this on YouTube, and just know that you could have watched it live on Twitch.
Could have watched it live. Could have watched the Smack These Aints live and in person.
The New Orleans Aints. So full disclosure, like you were saying, we typically record these games, chop them up, give you the fast recap version of it, where we just go over what happens and what could have happened and what should happen in the real game. But there's this red button that we typically press before the game starts.
Press the button.
What time is this game?
Push the dang button.
Let's get on track for okay, it's a 1 o'clock game. All right, it's on you.
It's on. If it's on, then it's on.
Yeah.
I was on the paper chase. Can you relate to the I don't got be the I'm trying to take? Thanks. So when does the Tupac movie come out? They made a Biggie movie. When does the Tupac movie come out? And is the Tupac movie,
will it star Tupac?
So much better than the Biggie movie? Because I feel like it could be.
He seemed to live a much more interesting life.
He seemed to live a much more interesting public life, for sure. And like behind the scenes life. Like you got the whole Black Panther mother thing. She's in prison and you become a rapper, actor, rapper again.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the
like
NFL
that whole
on EA
him
Sports.
Being the best rapper alive thing didn't really happen until after he was already an actor, which is interesting, right? Because you wouldn't think it would work that way, and he was kind of balancing both evenly and masterfully. And then sad and tragic end to his life, and by relation the life of Mr. Wallace. But whatever, that has nothing to do with anything. We're talking Eagles versus Saints. We're about to smack these forwards.
Oh right, and I kind of lost my train of thought there. So this game happened already, and for the record books, it needs to be known that the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Saints 27-3.
Such an unmerciful
in a game where
stomping
the Saints put up.
The
Saints got shut down on offense fairly early in the game. The Saints did a good job of stopping the running game shenanigans of the Eagles. So that was the one positive takeaway.
Man, we haven't done this in quite a while.
This is yeah, this will be a fun game no matter what happens. Just because it's always more challenging, I'll say, to play same room.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no studying the play art and seeing how your hot routes look versus the coverage and that kind of thing. So I feel like this is still the way to play a versus match. You know, and it doesn't always work out this way, but there's a lot of things given to you when you play online that you don't have in these circumstances. So this is a fun way to play the game.
Absolutely.
And his career has just gone upwards ever since then.
Guys, hear the familiar beeps of the little lady calling to tell me that there's a snake outside or some crazy thing like that.
Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing.
Get back there.
The receivers by giving him hand signals.
You're kidding? Oh, I hate you, game. God. Yeah, you also get to hear these from
live. Yeah, things that you guys, I spare you all from weekly. I thought you came down to the ground. I was waiting on the camera to flip around.
Bro, look at that. Nope, you never had your car.
Never had your car against Colston. I thought he was too big for you. I thought he might be a little too big for you.
All right, whatever. It's that kind of party.
I'm gonna pick on the Eagles secondary party.
Lucifer. Mark Ingram, you
Fight
better
for
not.
it.
Roll Tide, by the way. All the Georgia fans out there.
Oh
you
my
got
gosh.
smacked this week.
This guy, I'll give him credit. We talked about it last week. I said, "Tell me what you think's going to happen," and you said, "You thought that Alabama was going to just get away from them,
Take
right?"
them to the woodshed,
but
huh?
if you talk to anybody else, everyone else I heard from just knew that this was Georgia's year and this was Georgia's game to win. And good luck, Alabama, even scoring points.
I don't know what they saw to make them believe that. I promise you, I have no idea what they saw to make them believe that. The only chance... Oh, screen. Oh, wow.
I should have spun out.
Wow. Yeah, the only thing Georgia had going for them, or like the only possibility that I saw for Georgia, was if their offensive line... And I told you, yeah, I mentioned this. If they had a bunch of seniors on that offensive line who could handle business. 3 things happened early on in that game. One, the Georgia players were way too geeked up, and they were just poking the bear before the game started. Alabama players couldn't even get on the field good before the Georgia players were in their faces. They showed this video before the game started of Georgia players on their bus, like rocking the bus around, and they were just way too emotionally geeked up. And then the rain happened. I was like, oh, okay, cool. It's raining. That's awesome, right? The Georgia quarterback threw his first pass, and the ball goes backwards or some ridiculous thing.
Right.
So the quarterback has baby hands.
Baby hands.
Okay, cool. So baby hands in the rain. Alabama players are composed and ready to do their thing. The Georgia players are on crack, apparently. And then the commentators mentioned how Georgia was starting some young kid on the offensive line. And it's like God looked down at me and smiled. Like, here you go, Wesley. I took one swig of my Maker's Mark, and the rest is history.
The rest is history.
Yeah, bro, the throttling began. Not one... The majority of my friends are Georgia fans. The vast majority of my friends are Georgia fans. When I say it's 50-50 Georgia-Alabama, that's, yeah, saying that the majority of our Georgia fans would be in. But, oh my God, yeah. Saban showed Mark Richt once again how you manage a team. He showed the guy a couple of years ago, and he hasn't learned anything because whenever his players were undisciplined and ready to start fights before the game started.
He dropped it. Okay.
He did, yeah, absolutely. I thought he did, but then it looked like there at the end, like they might have given it to him.
How much is it messing with you playing on opposite sides?
Very much.
Me too.
Very much.
We need to do a little old school chair switch.
Do it after the first quarter.
Okay.
It's gonna be a little creepy for you guys. What just happened here? But yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Suck it, Georgia fans. Only the ones who talk trash. My boy Dusty Christ, again, fan of the show, also. God, what a big stick, man, because I whiffed on that one. I thought I could get out there for the interception. For some weird reason, I thought I could get out there, and Breeze put his entire back into that throw.
Probably get somebody wide open or have a running back just jump over the top for the touchdown. Play number 6 coming up on this drive.
3rd and goal from the 2. Everybody's feeling run, right? We're feeling run?
3rd and goal from the 2. And off out of the eye.
This is really been getting to me, these goal line and 1 and 2s where I just need to get 2 yards, and
It's like the 3rd one
yeah,
in the past 3 games.
yes,
What is we gonna do?
you do the right thing.
You do the right thing. You take the points.
Chip shot here.
Alright, so down the field the bad guys go, but we hold them to a 3.
Where have we heard that one before? So much lately.
So much lately.
Too much lately. Depending on what side of the fence you're on.
Alright, so I'm checking out these guys' shoes, and Breast Cancer Awareness Month is this month. I didn't see not one blue shoe last month.
You know, every time we have this conversation, I say, "Isn't it orange?" And then you say it's blue.
Yeah.
And I'll never stop thinking it's orange for some weird reason. I don't know why. It doesn't even make sense for it to be orange. It makes no sense.
Prostate Cancer Awareness.
Pink for women, blue for boys, or whatever. Yeah. So
next September, I'm talking to you guys, the Madden Men out there.
We're gonna wear the blue.
We're repping Protect Our Boys so hard. Is that even what prostate is? Because that would be testicular
right. Fair
cancer.
enough.
What is the prostate? That's the butt. That's anyway. If we're not protecting our boys, we're protecting our cornholes. Was that too much? That too much? So yeah. You don't want to use so hard when we're talking about that, right? So
The Eagles will take the snap from the 25.
Oh, why? Why can't I switch Madden 16? Why do you care so much about quick time events where I need to press the A button that pressing the B button to switch to the guy isn't a thing anymore?
fair.
How can no one else be complaining about this?
Oh, I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are, right? You got to be.
Oh, I forgot. Boom. Now, just in case you're joining, you know who's who. Saints and Eagles. Got to put up the logos there.
All right, here comes the boom.
This will be second down.
There was a maybe interception.
Wow, just crashed that side. Somebody's seen that play one too many times.
Tell me about it.
In this situation, to take a chance, want to draw, throw a screen, maybe
Nothing. You get nothing. I need Willy Wonka saying that, bro.
Other weird thing, or thing, I guess you'd say, is that there's no oh, that play is what stopped me, kind of thing going on when we do it.
And I love that. I wish we could like turn that off. EA Madden, that was such a bad idea, putting the opponent's play art up on the screen. What did you possibly hope to gain from that?
I think that it makes perfect sense for it to be there on. I was playing the wrong receiver. I was thinking you were going to the left. I think if we're playing on rookie or pro, it would make a lot of sense. It's like, let's learn that you can't do that against cover 3. You know, that kind of thing. But at some point, like, you're ruining my ability to scheme.
Yeah. The one caveat I'll add is, sure, do that, but do it against the computer. Don't have it be a thing against other humans.
When I finally get something that works, about 3 times in, Wesley knows what it is.
That was me because I led him too far.
Oh.
That was anger sharks. I'm not sure what play
His
was picked.
success as a corner in the NFL comes down to one thing. He is big and he is physical and he beats up wide receivers at the line of scrimmage.
Out. Huh.
The quarterback, he's changing the
What
play
is
with the
that?
wide receiver with those hand signals.
What is that? What kind of pack? What are you in?
Ugh, not the right thing.
Not the right thing.
Well, it's a good formation, bad play.
It was weird. It's like, okay, I'm just going to assume that all of those people are coming because I've got no idea what's happening right now. Upload that. You can save that for posterity.
How dare you come to my house and upload your clips of you scoring on me. This is as insulting as it gets.
And just keep on running. I'm going to drink my chai tea, blah, blah, blah. I didn't have any coffee today, and I made a bet with a bunch of Georgia fans that we were going to smack them and Rick and their mothers. And so since that happened, a bunch of people had to bring me donuts. I made like an incredible amount of donut bets.
Really?
No, I don't want to bet money. I want donuts, right? So it was donuts for my snack at work yesterday, and like I sat them at my desk, and a bunch of people from the team decided that I guess they were looking like communal donuts, but I got a little salty when
So you got
when
your,
they started disappearing real quick.
your Hobbit Smog Dragon. These are my donuts.
Well, kind of. It was more of a don't run up on my desk, especially like when I'm in a meeting or something, and eat all my dang donuts if I didn't tell you to get some.
Right.
Yeah, just don't.
All
run
right.
Up, yeah, don't run up grabbing stuff, right? So
Very presumptuous of everyone.
very presumptuous of you. So yeah, whatever. I ended up with a bunch of donuts. So it was donuts like for my break yesterday, and then after lunch I ate a donut, and then when I got home I played some NBA and ate like 2 donuts, and Amy ate 1. And then I got up this morning, and on my way here I was like, okay, I grabbed 2 donuts, and I didn't have any coffee, so I got my chai tea junk over here, and I called myself doing the right thing. And oh, how did you miss that? We're about to.
The last move I did slowed me down too much.
I deserve that because I didn't try and do anything user.
Trying to get extra yards after the catch.
That screen almost went the wrong way for you, though, player.
That's an
It
excellent job by the wide receiver.
sort of did.
Close. All right, let's keep him away from the end zone, shall we? So that he can't be kicking field goals.
One more play first.
Counter.
First down and 10.
Way to be there.
Counter doesn't work this year.
Way to be there, bro.
Do you feel that way?
It doesn't work nearly as well as it did last year.
Yeah.
It works, but it's easier to shut it down.
Absolutely.
It's easier to shut it down.
I think it makes you tighter and you lose confidence.
Why is it when we're playing each other, I can do this, but when we're playing online, I'm locked the minute I back out. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yes, I do.
complain
Yes,
about
I
it
do.
all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And the second quarter is underway with this snap. Watson's met at the 30.
Nice little pass.
I don't expect you to give it up.
The old-fashioned way.
I ridiculously made the decision to play on the defensive line.
Gotcha.
Defensive line is not nearly as fun this year as it was last year.
But you have to run way outside like a lunatic.
The Draco move. No, sir.
Mark Ingram gets nothing. Give me that face mask.
There's no way. Yeah, that's on you guys. Yeah. Hey, like, me? Me? It was totally you, Streef. Oh wow, that's
Block
a
in the back.
10-yarder.
Wow.
I was
never
gonna,
seen that.
I was gonna decline it, but I gotta take that, right?
I've not seen a block in the back before.
The line of scrimmage is at the 40.
Full disclosure, I looked up and I'm expecting 4 votes.
The Saints will take the snap from the 40. Intercepted.
I pressed wide to intercept the ball. You guys see what happened. What should have been a pick 6, maybe, because Kendrick is that fast.
Build on the lead coming off
Turns into some really cool animation.
taking nothing away from them. But what was the offense thinking with that play call and that throw by the quarterback? The Eagles come to the line and
That was all on me.
Here in the second quarter, the score's 7-3. The Eagles preparing to get things going again on offense. They took it all the way on their previous
over there.
possession, mostly getting it done through the air. Yeah, they got the leader, don't they? That quarterback, he takes control of the situation. When he
Their
race to the end zone.
their secondary may be bad because there was no one that was going to give me a chance against that.
We're too far down.
Yeah. We weren't playing the run or anything. They were just not fast enough.
Bradford stepped into it. Let's record that one too.
All right. Let's do it.
Everything they are trying is they have been spectacular
Oh my God.
The worst part about the games that have happened lately, because so far this is looking very much like the one that didn't get recorded.
Right?
And I ended up putting at least a respectable game with the Patriots, minus one really bad play, right? But for me to have played as much Madden as I've played, and for you to have played exclusively NBA for the last week leading up to these games,
Right?
that is the part that is really disheartening.
Understandable.
And that I was having better luck against you when you were playing Madden.
Understandable. Let me, because I know that, yeah, I feel that thought was there partially for me as well. Like, wow, I feel a lot different playing this right now. And you know what it is? I'm loose, man. I'm just loose.
Yeah, and I am
Madden isn't my heart right now. You go.
Had it covered.
Like, you might have gotten that in over here on your check down, but would have been close.
I was looking for the far right check down. It was going to be even closer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, it's not so much.
Now you get to see that I am totally checking for that screen. Oh, wow. More than, like, the play art thing, what's difficult about playing in person is that you see exactly where I am.
I know who you're using before the play starts, which is, I found that to be, I'm guessing, and I can only guess that during that Patriots game, you're like zooming out, where's Gronkowski, and here's who I'm going to be this play, because you were so all over him.
Gronkowski was doing nothing if I had anything to say about it. No. Roll Tide. I really want Ingram to state the case for being the best back of that three-headed monster.
Absolutely. Even with C.J. Spiller getting his 80-yard touchdown on one play, I'm hoping that doesn't detour the fact that Ingram has been a very good every down back. And I thought Ingram was going to be the guy I was playing with there, but apparently Ingram's stamina is a 5.
That's not true. Ingram is a workhorse, bro. I say that, but he's always been a part of a multi-back system since.
I know.
Probably since high school, I guess. He maybe was the feature back in high school. But knowing how high school works, he probably played defense also, and he might have even been the quarterback. Oh, get off me. Get that.
I had the button to throw to him been RB, first down. I did the thing where I'm like pressing A and it just called a play for me. And this formation I don't run. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to audible into stick. Okay.
Yeah, I know stick.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, there's the guy. Looks like it should be RB. Let's throw it to RB. Oh, wait, he's not RB. He's B? Oh, it's too late. I shouldn't have even thrown it that point.
I totally know that.
Yeah.
The one that gets me for real is like on screen passes.
Some of them are Y, some of them are RB.
Oh, those screen passes are vicious, bro. Like, I've learned since making that mistake a couple of times that you always check. Just always.
Yeah. But when we're playing in person, I hate to check because I felt like back when we played in person every week, the only time I would check was during a screen, so it became very predictable that oh, if he's having to look at what his buttons are, it must be to check is it Y or RB for the screen.
Sure.
I guess at this point we've both adapted to the alternate side of the screen enough to just leave it alone.
Yeah, we'll run with it. Oh, what a big stick, 76. You were. How many times have you heard me say that?
A few.
It's always him, bro. Who is that?
I don't know.
You were off the team. He's my left guard, and I got nothing but love for you, player, but you have been a disappointment multiple times.
Halftime, 2 minutes away.
This feels like just don't let you get the ball back. That's what it feels like.
Glad to have you back as we come out of the 2-minute warning here in the first half.
We got some man coverage going over here.
Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of. 2nd and 10. Looking across the middle. Pass is made, but the hit knocks the ball out. Incomplete. Well, I think it's important for the defense. Anytime it's a 3rd and long situation for the offense to know where those first down markers are, give a little ground, and make sure you're able to come up and make the tackle short of the first down marker. Now looking at 3rd down. The Saints go with the dime formation here on defense.
More man action happening.
Third and 10. And now here's the toss.
Nicely played.
Yeah.
Brought down. That's
Nicely
gonna bring up
played.
4th down. You just can't always blame the offensive player.
That was such a such a cowardice play call, man.
I'll say it was a somewhat of an unexpected play call. The defense I chose was going to work against a wide receiver screen mostly, but it wasn't called for that.
And here's the thing, I knew it was man coverage.
I was like, here comes that toss play that I hate. So I'm playing it, and it, because I'm playing outside man, it is going to work against the screen as well. I just hold his hand to the ground. That's fine.
Get off me, fool.
Kendricks coming out onto the field for this next series.
All right, they spotlighted you, Kendricks. That means you got to do something, baby.
First half so far. Yes, he has. Sometimes it's not about how good of a player you are, and it's about leadership. And he has leadership, and he leads his guys.
Put him up.
The line of scrimmage, the 43-yard line. Robinson split out wide.
What is this, a screen? Yeah, it is. Get over there!
I was trying to run it left so you wouldn't so quickly identify it.
You go to the hurry-up offense so you can get a high number of plays in, but also you don't want to use the timeout. They're in the hurry-up mode. Watson's got it on a pass, had some heat on it.
Hey. This Joker's getting his Peyton Manning on over here. Face mask.
Is it?
Yep. Synced it.
There it is.
It's kind of cool that you can see those when they happen now.
That's fair.
Boy, his head got yanked back the other way. An obvious face mask penalty, and that's a big one. It's about safety of the players, too. That's why we can the helmet in certain situations. It's going to be a 15.
What are you doing, Draco? It's not a screen. It's right here to the middle. I know what this is, Draco.
It's touchdown. This game is
Every now and then.
Every now and then.
I'm like, all right, let me have my predictable routes there so that it will free the way for the other ones.
So close. We're gonna mute you guys for just a second because I got to call somebody out of work and I don't know if there's some kind of privacy rights issue.
Oh, fair enough.
It's amazing. One play, and look what it did to this football game. The Saints line up for the extra point.
All right, so we're not laying down yet.
And the extra point is
Keep it a game.
And I don't have any of my go juice beside me. I just got chai tea, lattes, and stuff.
Theoretically, you shouldn't have any of your defense in, based on the injuries that went on last week. But they're so like borderline that we don't know who's playing this Sunday.
I know it's Chip Kelly's team. I'm gonna stay positive. I don't have anything negative to say about my team at all. We're the best.
Absolutely, best around.
My coach is an offensive genius, and this will all play out well in the end. Part of his master plan. What are we gonna do right here?
Bradford's gonna take it from the gun.
Oh, interesting. I was playing the other guy. What's the flag though?
Holding. Guess who?
Number 76.
Bro, why do they hate you, man? Oh, is that Harriman? Is that Todd Harriman? Star draft pick from like 6 years ago. Who, frankly, I'm a big fan of. No disrespect to you, player, but you are killing me on this game. Is that who that is? I feel pretty confident that's it. I should know this, but I don't.
The corners are gonna
Don't hate me, Eagles fans.
right on the line of scrimmage. Bradford standing back in the shotgun.
Hit him with it again.
That's sneaky.
Rinse and repeat, baby. Let's go.
Sneaky over the top route getting me.
The best way to get more plays in before the end of the first half, go the hurry up offense. Nice job by the coach. We'll see if the
Brent, way to show up on a goofy animation just then. There was no reason for that not to be an interception.
Well, I appreciate at least you acknowledging it.
Totally. Totally.
offense back out on the field. Quarters formation here for the defense.
What does it mean? Got to get to the.
1st and 10. Stands in the pocket.
Oh my God, bro! You had it in your hand.
On two defenders,
Wow.
like neither guy would come in and play the inside, and again the game's like, you mean you want to press the button to defend the pass, not to actually switch and have control over either of these guys, right? We got that for you.
Yeah. Well, you know how I feel about the deep ball in this game. Fix it, please. Maybe some tuning has happened, and that's why he missed that. But I don't believe that's entirely true.
I'm gonna believe that is not at all true.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Second down after the incompletion. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. Looks like they're in press coverage here. Bradford's back in shotgun formation. Scanning the field.
As the ball out of arm, he puts the controller down.
Good Lord, man. What kind of throw was that? I wasn't pressing any direction.
It would serve to reason that even a bad quarterback would at least put the ball where someone would catch it, interception or not.
Play.
Right.
Whatever. I don't call this often, but here you go.
Is 3rd down.
That's audible. Yeah.
Scans the field.
Fair enough.
When it doesn't matter.
Offense able to
Interception.
pull away in a first half that saw two defenses matching each other step for step. Larry Ridley coming up next to break down this first half.
Thanks, Jim, and welcome to the EA Sports Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Both teams
I
have
blame the
enough
score
to be
on
late
that
here to
cowardice
this
screen
point, but
pass that I threw.
you know, the second half is going to have some more twists and turns, which should lead to some exciting.
Look at these rushing yards, man. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, I've ran for nothing.
In the first quarter, Bradford's gonna find his mark, and that goes as a 58-yard touchdown.
Suffer.
I skipped halftime, guys. I'm sorry. I think I did that.
You did that.
Sorry.
That's okay.
We don't even get to have awesome halftime on the online game.
Please add that next year also, EA. That would be great.
And that maybe I would have not skipped it if I got to see it a little more often.
Go through all this effort to make the super polished game in a world that is entirely online now, and you take away all that stuff when people play online. Doesn't add up, baby. Doesn't quite add up.
And when you get a chance to make a play, they got that chance, and they took advantage of it.
The Saints defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense.
What is this? Is this a cover 3?
Can't remember.
Second half gets rolling now as he takes the snap. On the money. That's a gain of 7. That's his first reception today.
Hurry up, 2-minute offense. Defense crowding the line of scrimmage. Look out, this could be a blitz.
See Daniel trying to bait me into throwing to Matthews deep. You ain't slick.
The Eagles take it from the 28.
Oh, wow. Good cover. Oh. Bro. Satan. If you like play action, then the Chip Kelly playbook is the one for you. This man has so many play action packages. Not play action, good lord. So many shotgun packages.
The Eagles are at the line of scrimmage with a pair of backs split behind the quarterback. Matthews takes it. Toss play.
Who's dead?
I hope it hurts.
Sam Bradford. Morris. Oh, Morris. Oh, good. Put in the.
And we'll take a break. You're watching.
Put in. Not.
What's his? I can't think of the word I'm trying to use.
The expendable player.
Yeah, basically the stunt double comes in to.
Put in not Tebow.
That Tebow would never get injured.
Spiller's got it now. Gets about 9 on the play. The Saints have impressed today with some of these deep passes.
I wouldn't have been scared into pitching the ball with Tebow too early.
Yeah, he's got it all, doesn't he? When you watch him throw the football down the field, you can see the arm strength, but the biggest thing is you can see that wonderful touch.
That third down play, I may end up losing by 3 scores, but that third down play was. I felt like I had all my bases covered for that formation.
Yeah. We were ready for it. And what got me on that one, I'm not going to call that play again in person, is that I couldn't back up and see what was going on for real without giving away exactly what was happening. Had I backed it up, you would have saw Morris in there, and it just wasn't good. That's no bueno.
Oh, I got you. Cause yeah, I don't even pay attention to that sometimes, which I really should.
First down at the 36.
Oh wow.
God, Ingram making something out of nothing.
Strong-legged Ingram. Little workhorse.
On my fantasy team, I'm always wishing they'd give him the ball more.
And he deserves it. He's a man. He can take it. But I do like that he's, as a relatively young back, he doesn't have too many miles on the old wheels.
Yeah.
Because that was my concern, like, coming into his career. Is, okay, well, yeah, he's Heisman Trophy winner. He's going to come in as the feature back, and he got into the league, and that wasn't even the case. He was, like, number 3 on the depth chart.
He had to sit behind Pierre Woods. Is that the guy's name? I'm thinking it is Pierre something. Who I don't even know if he's playing anymore, but that was the Saints.
Was it Woods?
Was it Woods?
I don't think so.
Pierre something.
And then there was 2 running backs in front of him. And Sproles.
But who was not so much in front of him, but sort of just there.
But he got more carries.
Right.
Yeah, he definitely got more touches. Because I remember complaining, why in the world is old A. Darren Sproles getting more carries than Mark Ingram?
It's been so long ago that I remember watching Darren Sproles at Kansas State thinking he was a special guy, and he's still around.
And he's still around doing his ting.
Wow, you should not be able to close on Spiller like that, Kendricks.
Spiller is a joke getting vertical.
Fair enough.
And I played a lot with him last year, and I don't think they did anything to improve that this year. He doesn't go vertical. He'll run straight sideways faster than just about anybody, but turning upfield, it ain't happening.
I put him in specifically to run that play, and he let me down.
Sure, because that's what it seems like he would do. What are you turning around for?
Goodness, what are they going to spot me at here?
Yeah, he got the first.
Onto the opponent's side of the field.
What was he turning around for?
Let's get you back to where you were, Spiller.
Don't look down the field for that big play. Just keep marching.
Breeze completion percentage 80%.
Yeah, leave him in, man. He's the best running back you got.
Is he?
Yeah, he's awesome.
Here they come.
The fastest running back you have.
I went ahead and took him out of that formation so I don't accidentally use him again.
First down at the 41. Mark Ingram carries the
Machine. He's got a boost also.
Taking a look at the rush totals. Both these defenses have to be happy.
Rushing game is a joke in Madden in general because you and I would both be. I mean, and you have your games, and I guess I do too, but it just doesn't feel.
It doesn't feel worth doing.
It doesn't.
Doesn't feel worth doing.
That leads us to second down.
Come on, Logan. What?
To get anything positive out of that was amazing because
I over pursued.
I guess
Because I couldn't see what was happening. I didn't hit him. I hit the blocker.
that whole thing just got destroyed off the bat.
He's
Still 5 yards short of a first after the run. Third down coming up. The Saints will line up. The first down markers right at the 31-yard line. Takes the hit, throws. This defense sure has been impressive for the better part of 3 quarters.
That wasn't grounding?
No, my hand was the thing. I was aiming at the B receiver. I guess that's why you don't get grounding in the game because
you were actually throwing it to somebody.
aiming at a receiver.
Defensive backs, they have not done that all day long here.
I took too long to think about that.
The offense is back on the field here for this 4th and 5 play.
You just take your time getting to the line, buddy.
On the left. The Saints snap it at the 36. Pass is intercepted.
Roll Tide.
He's brought down.
I'm putting that whole play on number 10 who walked like we weren't even playing football to the line when I needed time to do things.
Feels like I'm behind right now. Get in there, D'Amico. Roll Tide. Go smack Ingram for being a traitor.
And there's number 10, who Cooks, who I was planning on throwing it to, but made me look the other way because of what an idiot he was being.
We can play some Eagles football.
Especially the defensive line, they are absolutely taking it to the offense. They are beating them up, and when the defensive line is winning the battles like this, it's all about the defense.
Murray's
All
lined
about
up
that
behind
base.
his quarterback as the single back. They'll go ground. Vaccaro takes him down.
But the guy there switched off of him, so he ran away from the hole as soon as the play started.
Sure.
Running backs in the NFL now.
Oh, you wanted me to... That's where you wanted me to play? You wanted me to go into the... Oh.
Gotcha.
You got to be clearer about these things, Coach.
Next time.
The Saints with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime. Murray's handed the football. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down.
That's a nice play at that time by the offense, getting the first down. They're up here in the second half, and they're moving the football. That is a great feeling.
They're able to move the chains after that last run. Again, picks up
Kind of goofy corner blitz. That's a lot.
Murray's trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
This has got to be goofy. Ain't. Ain't so goofy.
We head to the fourth quarter, and these defenses have certainly shined, but they both know one little lapse, and it could cost your team the game.
Yeah,
No lemon soldier.
Big-time mental breakdown, it would cost you the game, but I look at this too, Jim. Low
Too weak.
scoring, here we go in the fourth
It's
quarter.
too weak to take down Matthews.
Whichever defense makes that big play to win the game. That's what I'm looking
Get
for.
up, Jordan.
Who can get that big turnover?
Hit the people's elbow to him.
Third down now. The Saints will come out in the dime. Bradford's got it in the gun.
Right at you, bro. Just right at you. I thought it was going to be further upfield, but I gunned it. I gunned it instead of doing what
I did exactly what I needed to do, and just couldn't catch a break there. Like, guided him to where he needed to be. saw the route coming. Ball went through his helmet on the way to his hands. I don't know what else to do.
Loss of 3 on the play.
Look out here. They're going to blitz.
Are they?
All packing the line of scrimmage.
Gash him, man.
He wants to leave.
Fight, fight, fight. Oh!
Oh, the anger was rising there.
He's averaging about 3 yards.
Don't act proud. It took 3 of you to do that,
That was a predictable
bro.
play call.
Bro.
Fourth quarter, you got to
Homeboy.
lead, and you're trying to run the football to run out the clock.
We need a field goal at least.
And stopped it for a short gain.
Got to put 3 on the board, fellas.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. Out of the shotgun formation. Makes the catch.
You guys do that.
Select's tackled down at the 15.
The Eagles are really a true football team. Their defense, we know it's good. They don't want to just rely on it. The offense, nice job picking up that first down. Eat the clock up. Keep the pace of the game on your side. Small lead here in the second half. That was a good job. Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see.
I see
Move!
I see one.
Murray's hit and brought down. This time for 8.
The Eagles know once they get inside the 20-yard line, you have to be able to run the football also. They can't beat pass, pass, pass. all the time. The offensive
Buddy check 9. That's what it is. He's checking for prostate cancer.
You know, the difference between women checking each other and men is
It's large.
worlds apart
Worlds apart, absolutely.
on the scale of cool things.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have that wherever you're coming to us from the world or wherever you're watching in the world. But there's this thing here in East Alabama, West Georgia, on our news station coming out of Columbus, Georgia, home of Fort Benning. They have this thing, I guess,
That's
probably
right.
during this month, Buddy Check 9.
The 9th, no, the 8th of every month, and I was like, oh, that's clever that you use 8 as your day to remember to check.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, I thought about that when I saw
Oh,
it. I was
that's
like, how clever.
Funny. Okay. So yeah, it's when they're supposed to check each other.
Right.
And for teenage boys, that was the best idea ever. Just like the best thought ever. Are
Just
you
to offer
kidding
to
me?
buddy check.
So you're telling all the women in the area right now to do that? Ooh. Cool. Because I don't need to see it. I just need the thought of every hot female I know
Buddy checking.
buddy checking each other.
Gotcha.
The Eagles came up with the big pick.
And it's not my idea. It's the TV's idea.
Right?
And not just the TV, the news.
quarterback. There was no excuse for throwing that football, and he didn't get
WTVN.
First down at the 21. Heaving it down the field. And it's incomplete.
Drew Brees overthrows guys.
You got to be alert for the deep passes
Okay.
down the field.
That happens every now and then.
Those are two people from my ultimate team.
You don't have pass interference.
Brees and Cooks.
Breeze and Cook, yeah.
You ever throw them much on your ultimate team?
I don't throw to him at all. Got Gronkowski on the team, so
Fair
it's
enough. That's all it takes.
just tight end straight up the middle.
Yes. That's how you win online.
That's how you win online.
Under center.
Mm.
He'll throw it over the middle. And making the stop, it's Malcolm Jenkins. And the offense will need 3 yards here. On
Nope,
the
not with you.
Not with
Not
him.
with you.
We've hit
So, thing to add to our tool belt. When the clock is a factor, don't run a play that requires the receiver
To go.
to go across field,
Fair enough.
right?
Fair enough. And I had him clear across the field. So, fair enough.
Yeah.
needing a first.
I say that knowing that you are my opponent 80% of the time. For the 20% that we're not playing each other, we need to be smacking everybody else out there. That goes for you too, Madden Men.
And 3. A nice grab. No doubt he was going to hold on to that one. Now on first down.
Poston is not feeling well right now.
Crucial the rest of the way.
That was some wicked animation.
If you think you can get a playoff quickly and not use a timeout, you go with the hurry up.
Give me
was
the
that?
flag. Give me the interference flag
Yeah,
for
you
once
got
in
it.
your life.
You got it.
Nope.
No, holding. Nice.
There is no. Why do you tell me this? The game gives you random holding calls, right? Random offsides and false starts.
Yeah, I got held.
Defense accepts the
Nary a
Nary.
pass interference ever has been called.
No.
Even I think that we could user spear someone to the ground on their
Doesn't
route
matter.
and we would not get
Doesn't matter.
the
Whatever. Who
call.
cares? It's not
Yeah.
bad. You can do that. You can call me Flower if you want to. Favorite Disney movie pre-1990?
Pre 1990. Oh, well, Bambi's up there, yeah.
Yeah.
The Saints snap it at the 26.
I just thought about it, and I know without a doubt what it is for me.
Okay.
Fox and the Hound.
Oh, Fox and Hound's a good one. I'm trying to remember the older ones. I'm so much more aware of the 90s stuff, I guess.
For clarity's sake, I'm talking purely animated. And let's see if we can name some of these. We
Why
got...
would you give it when a team that's down 2 scores a random holding call?
Oh, because I got held. I smashed the center, and then whoever that was that picked me up, I don't know how they stopped me, but they stopped me. Oh, wow, I almost did it again. Got him.
Shotgun here. Cooks
On the flag. Just because I didn't get to breeze.
Every snap crucial the rest of the way. Good job of hurrying up and getting on.
Why was Ingram so far back there?
Don't use the timeout.
Ah!
Good clock management.
Was that me or you?
I think it was you. Yeah. Oh, your controller turned off.
My controller turned off.
Are you?
Seriously? Who
Wesley.
are you?
Hey Wesley, welcome back to the game.
Oh, hang on.
Snap that football.
So my Xbox is significantly less creepy since I unplugged my Kinect camera.
Oh, I can imagine.
This thing is totally a stalker.
Yes.
Walk into the room to get some milk out of the refrigerator.
Hey Wesley.
Hi.
Obviously.
Yeah, man.
One last Netflix with
What
me.
are you doing behind the tree?
Breeze is going to take it from the shotgun.
That's okay. That's fine if we're not throwing pass interference. That's fine. That's fine.
I caved Drew Brees' chest in just then.
That's got to be it. That's got to be the game ender here.
Please show Drew Brees' chest getting caved in.
Basically ices it.
It does. You know, sometimes when you're behind as a quarterback, you take a
Drew
chance.
Brees' chest get
I'm
caved
sorry. I'm just pressing buttons.
in. Just pressing buttons. Sometimes it feels like that when the actual plays get called. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just pressing. Sorry for wasting your time.
Yeah, their calling card has always been the fact that they like to do both things. They're very
Wait for it?
conscious
I
of
don't
running
know.
the football to keep a defense honest. They did that in the last drive, and then they take advantage of the fact they're running the
More
ball.
so than
And then they
sometimes.
play action pass or drop back. They get good protection and they make it happen.
Boy, it's been a good mix so far, both the pass and run.
Yeah, that's what you want. You want to mix it up, keep that defense thinking, and
Hey, Madden Men, add that to your tool belt also.
Scrimmage, the 48.
This shovel option is sick.
With a split backfield. 2nd and 6.
Wow.
Oh, and the best
How's that
part,
not a fumble?
The best part is when you're pitching left, you just get credit for the incomplete pass.
Yeah, when you throw the shovel forward,
Yeah,
it's the forward one.
because he's tossing it to his left, but upfield, I guess.
But if you're running to the right, it's the right one. It's the one that's upfield.
And Morris is going to take the snap from
Wow, way to be there, 78.
That's good because I was doing my all to get a guy over there, but he wasn't getting there in time.
that's a nice job by the defense.
All right, not Sean Payton.
Ball down on
Let's
third
go.
down. That's what you want to do as a defense. Of course, you want to get off the field. Every time an offense completes a third down,
That's my-
pass, their chances of getting a score on that drive.
That's one of my
big time. So
new favorite plays.
The passing game has just been a real problem for me this week.
that punt sets up the defense now. And
That's been the real takeaway.
down the football inside the 10.
Draco coffin corner kick.
The Saints' last drive ended with an interception. So what do you think here, partner? They can play a little safer this time around.
Good guys.
Avoid another giveaway.
Well, Jim, I think, listen, this is
Not putting me in the position to say, oh yeah, well I won
keep your
during the rail game.
still stay aggressive.
Right.
That's how you play and win in the NFL.
It's looking relatively similar.
Take a miracle to
Hit
pull
him.
this one out.
Mm.
And Ingram's got it. Screenplay. 2nd down. Late in the 4th quarter.
Managing that clock, such a big deal in the NFL. That's why they're hurrying up. Don't use that timeout.
That should have been
Those
okay.
timeouts, because that is going to maybe give you a chance to win the game.
Believe that in my bones. Believe that. Believe that. Martin Lawrence.
Huge.
Whatever happened to you, player?
Coming up. And they're certainly
Making Bad Boys 4 or something like that.
Making Bad Boys.
3. Yeah, 3.
Three?
Right, yeah, it's got to
Yeah.
be 3.
I love those movies.
3rd and 13. Almost intercepted.
I don't.
You know what else is something that happens in the game? What were you going to say? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
If you hit the quarterback, whether the ball is gone or not, it affects the receiver's ability. It affects the accuracy of the ball.
I feel like I'm not getting the passing route breaks that that have been the game's led me to believe that I should get.
The only thing you guys need to do for us as players is that bit there to the right now. The community says this, and this play's effective this percentage of the time. Stop showing our play art.
Right.
That's all that we need. Not your opponent picked this play because it's his favorite play.
Back at the line. They're going for it on fourth. Dropping back now into the shotgun. Easy catch there. No one near him. That's his third catch of the day.
Bend but don't break.
First down. Pressure on every
Name of the game.
snap now.
Good job by the offense here. Hustle up.
Throw the ball. Throw the ball when I told you to throw the ball.
He's so shook.
The guy was so open, and I'm like pressing A, and it's that problem was in it last year. If you press A too quickly after the snap, the game's like, oh, you didn't mean to do that, right? Because you're snapping the ball. Wouldn't want you to accidentally throw the guy. Thanks, game. Thanks for not letting me accidentally throw the guy.
Got a text message from one of my guys or ladies. Quote, IT coming. It coming.
As in, IT, like you guys that work on your computers, or
Who knows? She gets a question mark in reply. It coming. I'm going. What I think that means is not coming. Although she missed pressing one more button. Maybe if it was knit coming, might even be accurate in another language. In our goofy American make fun of German language.
never a chance.
Never a chance. Stand him up and then two people try to spare him. The chest bone. Go deep.
Whatever, we'll try it one time.
One time for your mind, one time. Hail Mary, come with me. That's how you know I'm feeling cocky. Oh, I'm blitzing. Silver shoot pinch.
Okay. So it's one-on-one coverage.
One-on-one coverage everywhere.
Who's my fastest guy? Cooks? Probably.
It's gotta be. Oh, I'm on my best cover, man. Get some if you want to. Oh crap. Oh man.
It's called everyone at home. It's called the Tom Brady effect, right? Whereas when you play with Tom Brady, everyone else is miserably inaccurate. Save Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. Because even old Noodle Arm isn't quite what he's supposed to be.
The Noodle Arm can put it on a pin within 10 yards, and then he gets a little iffy, but... And apparently Andrew Luck, because he's a 99,000 overall in the game, because everyone loves him.
Now don't forget our boy, Johnny Manziel.
Ah, yeah, just play one season with him, and
he becomes the best quarterback in the world. Okay.
Well, so that's that, and we need to.
We're gonna do our picks.
We'll talk about the NFC for a second. Let's let me get ready.
Y'all ready for this? Bum, 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 bum. What's up, Pen? Hey, girl. Oh, clarification. Bing. Changed it. NOT. Penny, got my face, yo. Get out my face. Get out my face. Get out my face. Isn't that a song?
I don't know.
I feel like it
I
is.
don't know.
Should be.
All right. That'll do.
Looked like I got a text message from Victor Cruz.
Gotcha.
I don't know why it looks like that, but it does.
Victor
Right.
Cruz.
Before we make our picks, a little privacy one more time.
Absolutely. All right, so NFC picks. Let's see. We're starting Bears at Chiefs, and we're looking for the Chiefs to get right at home, and
Yes.
and maybe what they're 1-3. It's not too late. It's technically not too late.
Too late on drive.
Threw for a lot of yards last week. Just can't seem to throw for any touchdowns.
Can't close the deal, man.
Come on, Alex Smith, close the
So
deal.
yeah, we're thinking it's going to happen this week.
I believe in you. So
yeah.
Bears,
We've believed every week, I think, in the Chiefs, with the exception of.
we pick them a lot,
pick
except
'em a
for
lot.
maybe the Broncos. We didn't pick them, but
Is that the week?
I think so.
Yeah, right on.
And actually, I may have picked them against the
I may have picked
Broncos.
them also.
Yeah, so keep picking you, Chiefs. Keep letting us down. Jay Cutler, I still love
We're
you.
so
but
bad at these picks.
a lot of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of them we are. So
You guys, yeah, if you
Just
if
don't
you want to
bet
pick
money.
against us,
right, if
we
you're putting
wouldn't be.
yeah.
We wouldn't take blame, or take fault at that, or take exception to you doing that.
Seahawks at Bengals. Taking the Seahawks. Hard to believe the Bengals going 5-0 against the Seahawks, but their offense has not been what I thought it would be.
Yeah, we talked about this during the AFC game. Two different storms going on here. Bengals, we don't think are going to hit 5-0. They just don't seem like that team to us. And for me, the Seahawks are in right the ship mode right now. Take a moment to say, I don't feel bad for Detroit. I feel that rule, that missed call, and the ruling that they should have gotten the ball back at the quarter-inch line or whatever. That's sure, the referee should have known the rule, and Detroit should have been given the ball because they should have known the rule. But it's a dumb rule in that situation. It's just I would have felt bad for the Seahawks had they enforced the rule.
Here's my thoughts on that, and this is probably the only platform I'm ever going to get to talk about it. And
Right.
tell me if this makes sense to you. Okay. The fumble happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Seahawks then by by some form of possession, touch it, knock it out of bounds,
Right.
because it is a fumble, right?
Right?
And why don't we call that a safety against the Seahawks? That is Daniel Rules football. When you bat the ball out of your own end zone, 2 points against you, kick and punt the ball. Does that can you at least see the realm where that makes sense?
I can see that making sense. Yes. Yeah, I can totally see that.
When he batted it out of bounds, I never knew that there was a penalty saying that you could. Now I knew there's a penalty saying you can't knock a fumble to forward progress.
Right?
But you bat it out of the back of your own end zone. My thought was, why is that not a safety?
Against the Seahawks.
Against the Seahawks. And then now
I can see that.
Detroit's still down 1 point, and the Seahawks still have to play defense. But my thought is that should be a safety.
I can see that. The only thing that I'll say, I can see that. And I also see that a rule is a rule. I'm not arguing change the rules in the middle of a season for people. But I don't feel like with the way that played out.
When no one watching or calling the game talks about that weird rule, then you can't put that rule as the reason that you lost the game.
There's that. Absolutely. Yes. That's point number 2.
Yeah.
That is absolutely point number 2. If it's that big a deal to you, how come you didn't know?
Right.
Right. Yeah, you should have said something.
How about don't fumble the touchdown?
The other thing, how about don't fumble the touchdown? Because Chancellor made an incredible defensive play.
That he would yes, that wouldn't have been made had Calvin Johnson protected the football.
Right? But yeah, touching the football in the end zone, in my opinion, as much as I do understand the logic behind the safety thing you just proposed, I don't feel like the Seahawks should have been punished in that situation. And the fact that, which, my transition to point two is the fact that nobody said anything proves that nobody felt like the Seahawks should have been punished in that situation. Calvin Johnson felt all heartbroken over there because he just lost his team the game, which he did, and which should have been the fallout of that situation. And the national media, other than saying referees need to know the rules that they're supposed to be using to govern, like, get off of that team got cheated and Detroit got cheated and all this other junk. Because if they were for real cheated, then they should have opened their mouths. But nobody knew this obscure rule that made little to no sense in the situation that it was provided. I don't see what the point in that rule is in the first place. Like, what does it help to prevent? If someone can make that make sense to me, then I can understand why the Seahawks should have been punished. And I'm not a Seahawks fan.
When you're not trying to forward progress a ball, what difference does it make if it's batted out of bounds? Other than to say that I don't think you should be allowed to step out of the back of your own end zone on a kickoff. You know how sometimes they'll catch it and then take a couple steps back and out of bounds. And I just feel like that kind of falls under that same thing. Like, if you're voluntarily knocking your own ball, if the Seahawks had been on offense and fumbled the ball and batted it out of the back of the end zone, the only thing that would have happened, no penalties, it would have been a safety, punt the ball. Running back, quarterback, wide receiver, screen in the end zone. Oh, fumbled the ball. I'm just going to knock it out of the back of the end zone. Some teams do that intentionally sometimes to prevent the other team from jumping on the ball and getting a touchdown.
Sure.
So that is the reason he batted it out of the ball, because he didn't think he could get a handle on it. So let's make sure they don't. Safety. But that's, I understand that being controversial
There's a lot
thought.
of gray
but
area there,
yeah. But that's Daniel Rule's football. That's safety, punt the ball. But still, it puts us in a different situation than 1st and goal at the 1.
Yeah. Wesley Rule's football it's the same as catching the ball on a kickoff.
There you are. Yeah. Fair enough. Redskins, Falcons. I thought the Falcons were going to be terrible this year, and it's hard for me to say that they're not good right now. They're good. Scoring a lot of points. Defense is playing well.
They got the new Warwick done in what's-his-face. Can't think of his name.
Devontae Freeman.
And there he is, in Freeman. Freeman's looking like Warwick done V2.
He's special. He's a special running back right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So fast.
Julio is the best receiver in the game.
Hard to argue with any of
if you wanted to argue Calvin Johnson 2 weeks ago, okay. But the conversation we just had helps me to further state Julio has separated himself by a point.
He's the best receiver this year.
Yes.
To talk all time, or between the two, Calvin and Julio. Yeah. And then maybe Antonio Brown's starting to make a case more and
you're
more.
picking receivers.
Yeah.
You've got the first pick in a receiver draft. Who do you pick?
Out of the 3 or out of the 2?
The league.
Out of the league, Antonio Brown.
Okay.
He's faster than Julio. But
it
is a very close, because Julio makes some possession catches that you don't see a lot of guys make.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm taking Julio 10 out of 10 times. There may be faster guys out there, but I promise you they're not much faster. And is there a better pair of hands out there? Not much better.
I don't think it'd be hard to say that there is. But who I don't take is Calvin Johnson. I think he's just fallen off. Love the guy. I think he's a great guy. I think he's just, maybe it's the team, maybe it's him, but he's not the big name that he used to be.
He's like 31 years old now, isn't he?
So yeah, but Larry Fitzgerald is like 60, and he's making some killer catches this year.
Yeah.
Saints at Eagles. What do we think? What do we think about the real game here?
I'll never pick against my team.
As neither would I.
If Eagles are going to lose the game, going to be because of our inability to power up and pound the rock. That's my concern, and it wasn't my concern coming into the year. That's my concern right now. Is our offensive line going to be able to stand up and do what we need them to do? But with that said, breakout game. This is a game that we need. It's not a division game. We're already down.
But
two
your
losses in the division, or maybe we're 1-1 in the division.
I said this last week. Your division is, and it's still true. Your division is a wreck.
Yeah, it hasn't gotten away from us yet.
Even though they keep losing, they're still not out of it. They only need to win a game or two to be right back in it.
We're truly believe we're at the point now, though, that we can't lose another division game.
Right.
There's no room for error. We can't lose another division game. So, yeah, that being the case, Eagles win because we need it. We just need it. Saints need it also, man, because they're fighting for that NFC South, and
they could claw their way back into it.
They can claw their way back into it, but it looks like the Falcons are running away with it. But I'm taking my Birds by 12.
Depends on how bad that defense is beat up this week. The way that the Eagles win the game is by getting after Drew Brees, stopping the running game, and calling good plays on offense. So I don't even want to make a pick in this game, but I'll say that the play calling has to improve for the Eagles to win games.
Yes. You hear how sad we got picking the Eagles game? Like, please get your stuff together, Chip Kelly. Please, 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 because you bear this burden more so than the team.
Absolutely.
And I don't have a hard time blaming the team and not the coach in certain situations. If a scheme is working, and the players, mess it up, I'll be the first one to say, get off the coach's back. The players didn't execute the game plan properly. I.e., Vic last week versus the Ravens. Those plays were good. The play calls were good. Get off of Mike Tomlin's back. Vic just threw bad passes.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah, sometimes it's easier to just put it on somebody.
Yeah, I'm putting it on you, Chip Kelly. Fix your team.
Rams-Packers.
Rams-Packers. Much more interesting game than... No, it's not. Whatever. The Packers are going to smack them.
Part of me, because the Rams beat the Cardinals last week. You just don't...
The Cardinals are playing above their head.
Maybe it was time for the Cardinals to lose. I'd like to sit here and make a case for the Rams, but
it's too hard.
Please, Packers best team in the NFC, maybe even the NFL right now.
It's a close one. They're 1B if the Patriots are 1A.
Until proven otherwise, Patriots, Packers, two best teams in football.
Collision course.
So not gonna pick the Rams, but I'm trying to even make a case for them. No, they can't score points to hang with Green Bay.
They can't score enough points.
The bare minimum, and it's at home.
The defense isn't good enough to shut the Packers out.
And it's one of those
at home at Lambeau.
Yeah. Traveling to Lambeau at the 1 p.m. Eastern time zone as well. So Cardinals at Lions. Are the Lions going to go 0-5?
No.
I wonder how let down the Cardinals are after losing to the Rams team.
You know what, though?
So this game, what this will do more than anything is tell me something about the Cardinals. How do you play after losing a game?
I still haven't taken Nick Fairley and Ndamukong Suh off of the Lions in my head.
Right.
So that defensive line gets way more credit than they deserve.
Sorta. But on that topic, if you're Ndamukong Suh in Miami isn't that special, so maybe
he's still the man.
Maybe they're saying it's the play calling and the coaching,
right?
And that may be true, but if you just look at what he's done so far this year, then maybe the Lions it wasn't the worst thing to get rid of him. Maybe I would have got rid of Fairley because I think he's lazy, but
sure,
Suh and Nada would have been a nice combo.
Suh and Nada would have been a really nice combo. But who wants to live in Detroit these days? No offense, Detroit, but y'all got your city needs to be corrected. I'm
gonna take the Cardinals to get right.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Cards also, because they're the old school home team.
Patriots, Cowboys, we talk about in depth on the AFC show. So just real quick, same thing I said with Green Bay. Even if you could make a case for the Cowboys, which is very hard to do with all their injuries, Patriots, come on.
Yeah.
Off a bye.
Belichick does not let Whedon beat him.
Belichick's going to lose to the Cowboys, missing all their stars off a bye week where he had 2 weeks to get ready for them.
Nah.
Anything's possible in the NFL, but
any given Sunday, Blair.
It's improbable. 49ers at Giants. Giants seem like they were starting to look a little more competent on the offense last week, and the 49ers are kind of a wreck. They looked great week 1. I was like, oh man, watch out 49ers, and then they've been miserable ever since.
I need the Niners to win this game, so I'm going to go ahead and give them my energy now. Need the G-men to start getting some L's.
There you go. I understand that. And it was hard for me to ever come around to liking Kaepernick because he was the guy that pushed Alex Smith out of a job, and then he's done a few things off field that kind of made me but so I'm kind of mixed feelings about him. But right now I think he's taking more heat than he deserves. No, I don't know what they've done to him in the last 2 years, but he was a much more effective quarterback years 1 and 2. So like whatever the coaching has done to him, just undo that and just let him play. Just let him play how he wants to play. You'll win more games. 49.
My biggest complaint about Kaepernick is he became a celebrity way too quick.
Way too fast.
And same thing happened with Russell Wilson. Full disclaimer.
That may be true. Although Russell Wilson's decision making does seem infinitely better than Kaepernick's right now.
It doesn't hurt that he's on a much better team.
It does not. It does not.
Y'all know me. I will not give quarterbacks too much credit. If you swapped them out right now, a case can be made for their careers.
The win-loss records would have been roughly the same.
Yep.
Possibly.
Yep. But whatever. Russell, for all the modesty and Christian whatever, he's still got that same celebrity thing going for him that Kaepernick does, and he's in the media just as much, and he's done as much off the field publicity things. So yeah, it is what it is. 49ers smack the Giants, please.
All right, so that does it for the NFC picks. Yeah, Monday night's an AFC game, so that closes off this portion of the live show. So we're not actually signing off, but if you're watching on YouTube, we'll see you next week.
Sure.
Right.
Eagles fans, break out your totems. We need a lot of interesting things to happen on our NFL schedule or NFL slate for the next few weeks for us to get back in the hunt for real.
The next 11 weeks.